FBI officers were completely baffled. Even in a prison where an inmate was left entirely unguarded, escape seemed impossible. The island was isolated in the middle of the Pacific, surrounded by jagged rocks, violent tides, and freezing water that could easily claim a life in minutes. Alcatraz, or the Rock, as it was known worldwide, was built atop a massive stone formation and fortified with 15-foot fences, armed guard towers, and relentless 24/7 monitoring. Its walls were thick concrete, designed to withstand not just human cunning, but nature itself. Yet inside, prisoners were trapped in a world where every sound, every movement was accounted for. And yet, right under the noses of the authorities, 3 men disappeared without a trace for nearly 10 hours, leaving the FBI and 3 top federal agencies scrambling, unable to answer the simplest yet maddening question. How could anyone vanish from this inescapable prison, a place that had held the most dangerous criminals for over 60 years? A symbol of America's ultimate security. The island itself seemed almost alive, daring anyone to try, daring them to fail, making this escape story all the more astonishing.
Alcatraz was officially declared a federal maximum security penitentiary in 1934. It housed the most violent and cunning criminals, men who had evaded capture or repeatedly broken the law elsewhere. The icy waters around the island, the unpredictable currents, and the rocky shoreline made any escape attempt lethal. Guards patrolled tirelessly, armed to the teeth, while motion sensors, fences, and watchtowers made every inch of the prison visible. Inside, the cells were small, cold, and echoing, each one designed to break a man's spirit over time. The walls had no hiding places, no shadows deep enough to conceal a secret. Each prisoner knew that survival inside Alcatraz was as much about patience as it was about cleverness. Yet no one could truly predict the ingenuity of men like Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers. On June 12, 1962, the impossible happened. 3 men, Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers, John and Clarence, executed a meticulously planned escape. Frank Morris was renowned for his cunning and intellect, an inmate whose reputation for ingenious escapes had grown during his time in prison. The Anglin brothers, hardened criminals with a history of bank robberies, were calm, calculating, and patient. They studied every guard, every pattern, every weakness, waiting for the right moment to strike. Allen West, though he failed to escape, played a critical role in mapping the vulnerabilities of the prison, noting small lapses in routine that most guards would never notice. Together, they orchestrated a plan that would forever change the history of Alcatraz, showing that even the most inescapable fortress had its limits. The prisoners spent months observing, calculating, and improvising. They secretly enlarged ventilation ducts using stolen spoons, brushes, and even a drill fashioned from a vacuum cleaner motor. Each night, while the guards walked past, unaware, they chipped away at walls, hidden by the nightly noises and chaos of the prison. Dummy heads made from soap, plaster, concrete dust, and stolen hair were placed on their pillows, giving the illusion of sleeping prisoners during bed checks. They carefully planned every single inch of the operation. It was a silent rebellion, a war of wits, fought in the shadows of one of the most secure prisons in the world.